What's going on? This is me. I'm talking into this little microphone. I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about today, but I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about people talking about their lives. Like fucking this one girl named April Clucks talking about not choking the chicken instead of choking real chickens in real life. And I felt like I could relate to that a little bit. I don't really fucking beat off as much as I used to. I just got out of a relationship with my girlfriend. With my ex-girlfriend, I should say. And I'm fucking kind of struggling a little bit. My bad, I just fucked up the microphone. I'm struggling a little bit. I don't really know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I'm just trying to look for like shit to make myself better. Because I feel like fucking all my relationships have kind of fallen apart for some type of reason. And at a certain point, I start to wonder like, am I the source of those problems? All my relationships have. I've really only been in like 3 relationships, 4 relationships in my entire life that like I would actually classify as serious. Something that's not just like an elementary crush or some shit. And all of them lasted like 3 months tops. I don't know whether or not that's because of me or if it's because of the people that I choose. I mean, either way, it boils down to me because I'm the one choosing those people. But I would like to get better. I'd like to find a better relationship to get into. I'd like to find better people. But in order to do that, I need to become a better person. But how do I do that? How do I become a better person? That's a really fucking difficult question to ask. Like, you could see it's easy to see all the solutions to your problems, but to actually enact them and like become better is something entirely different. I think a lot of my problems stem from being in solitude so much. I spend a lot of my time alone, which I enjoy for the most part. Sometimes, I should say. But once you start spending too much time alone, like it's not really enjoyable anymore because I'm just sitting here fucking staring at this screen all day watching some bullshit on the TV. And then I'm like, wow, fucking I've been doing this for like 3 fucking hours. I've been doing this for like 25 hours out the day and like come on. Get up, do some bullshit, do something, go live your life, get some money. But it's fucking hard to make money, man. Like I'm trying to I'm getting a lot of jobs right now. I'm working a job and I'm trying to get another job. So I am making money, but I would like to like be able to make money without working. Like do some type of selling, I think is what I would like to do. I don't really know what to sell. I've never done that before, so it's kind of daunting, and that's another problem that I have. If I don't know what to do or if I don't know how to do something, then I kind of just don't do it most of the time. It's like the fear of the unknown. I could go onto Facebook Marketplace and start putting up ads for furniture. Sounds like a pretty good thing, but what if it doesn't work? That's always a potential possibility. And I don't got an answer to that. It could just not work, but at the end of the day, you just got to put yourself out there if you want to be able to succeed. I've been working out a lot more though. I just got a job, or I got a gym membership just recently. It's a pretty fucking cool gym actually. Pretty big. A lot of people go there. It's a rock climbing gym, and it's got a really nice gym on top of it too. So I'm in pretty good shape at the moment. I've always kind of had a inclination to want to be super built. I've always wanted to box as well, but like physically, I want to look good. But I don't know why that matters so much. Because at the end of the day, what is most important to me is my ability to actually be able to protect myself and the people around me. I want to be able to be a protector in life and not be scared. I think that might be where like a lot of the my where a lot of my desire to be a boxer comes from. Because I would like to do MMA or be in the UFC octagon, all that shit. That would be really fucking cool at the same time, but brain damage doesn't sound as cool. I worked in a store for a while. Ended up being comfortable like being there because being there was an uncomfortable situation for the longest time. simply because of the area that it was in and the people I had dealt with. But I still found myself getting uncomfortable in certain situations and not being able to actually like exert myself or not. What's the word? Assert myself. That's always kind of been a problem for me, is being able to assert myself and show people like fucking put a line in the sand. You know what the fuck I'm saying? Like that's something I can do it. I've done it before. Like it's not an impossible obstacle for me. It's just more the desire to want to do it all the time because I always like kind of I don't know whether or not I'm making excuses or if it's genuinely just like a good reason is that like most of the time I feel like it's not necessary to put a line in the sand because the situation will resolve itself on its own. But at the same time I feel like even beyond that, even if the situation does resolve itself on its own, like what have you done? Like putting a line in the sand does something more than just showing somebody not to fuck with you. It also gives you a certain level of confidence, and after a certain amount of times of not asserting yourself, you begin to be low confident. You begin to lack confidence and no longer know how to assert yourself, which I think I've ended up getting walked over a lot in different relationships or just in life in general, kind of become complacent, honestly. Which I'm starting to get that back. I'm starting to get a go-getter attitude. I'd like to do some entrepreneurship. I'd like to go out there and start doing power washing and shit. Go out and knock on people's houses like immigrants do and shit, or not, maybe not immigrants, but fucking like just like fucking people who go out there and get money, you know? Like I mean, cause you could sell drugs, you know? That's an easy way to make money. But like at the same time, I don't really want to fucking do that, cause that's not. I don't know. It doesn't. It's not gonna lead anywhere good. Like I mean, for a while you might make some money, but then you might get caught up on some bullshit, or somebody might rob you, or fucking you might get shot. So it's really just like not worth it in my mind. But something like doing entrepreneurship where you're actually selling shit that is a good product and also you're not likely to be on someone's bad side would be more worthwhile to me. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering a lot. I don't need to apologize for that, but that is that is a reason why I'm doing this more so I can think more cohesively and speak better because that is something I don't do much. I don't speak very much and I need to learn how to speak my mind better as well as just communicate in general. Plus I'd like to be able to project my voice better. Like I feel like I don't have a very deep voice and that's always something that I've been kind of insecure about because I don't know if that's actually how my voice sounds or if I just hear it differently, but like it sounds kind of high pitched to me. There's a lot of things that I would like to be different about myself, whether or not it's my height, my dick size, or fucking my voice or whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, I think all those things are fine. I just need to learn how to live with it and not put as much of an emphasis on it. Because at the end of the day, what the fuck does it really matter? Like my height, my dick size, my fucking voice doesn't affect like what I can do with myself, what I can do in life. I can just as easily fucking accomplish and get money and whatever being my height as opposed to being 6 foot. Like I'm 5'8", so I'm not even really sure. I'm 5'8", 5'9". I don't know. I might have grown even, because I'm only 20 years old, so I may still be growing. I don't know. That's probably cope, but you know, like it's possible. I'd really like to own a business though at some point. That's always something that I've admired from people. I'm working with this dude right now who owns his own business, and he's quite the go-getter, man. He's a dragon, I would say. He's out there getting money. He's out there doing all of his work on his own. He doesn't really have any employees, or he's got a couple maybe, but he's getting that shit done, and he knows his skills, and he knows how to do it. He's not afraid to go out and do it as well. Came here from another country and shit. Now he's working here. Went through the whole process, and fucking bada boom, bada bang. Bada bing, bada boom. it's always difficult to know where to start with things. I think you kind of just got to start though. Like there's not always a specific way or a specific place to start. You kind of just got to make it happen. You got to bumblefuck your way through it till you know how to do it. That shit sounded good because it rhymed right there, so I'm gonna start saying that more, maybe. But you gotta bumblefuck your way through it so you can know how to do it. I could really see myself having a lot of potential in life. There's a lot of different aspirations that I have, whether or not it's being like a boxer or doing MMA or playing instruments or drawing. I could play the piano a little bit. I haven't done it as much. I've actually been neglecting it quite a bit. But I could draw as well. Still have not been doing that as much. I've been neglecting it too, which I really don't know why the fuck I've been neglecting all these things. Like it's kind of just because I've been working and then when I get home I'm like fuck I don't even want to do that. I just want to sit here and watch YouTube. But then I sit here and watch YouTube and I just feel like shit about it. But fucking like it's easy to do. Like it doesn't take any energy to do it apart from just like the mental energy of just sitting there. But the funny thing is even though it doesn't take any energy, it's more draining than fucking doing the things that do take energy. Like it's just siphoning energy out of your soul as opposed to fucking requiring physical energy. It makes it easier to not do anything for a longer period of time. Which is kind of weird because like you sit there and you watch YouTube, or at least me personally, if I sit there and watch YouTube, after a couple hours I'll feel like shit. But if I sit there on the ground, close my eyes and do absolutely fucking nothing except breathe, like I'll feel really fucking good. I could do that shit for a couple hours and I'll be fucking feeling great. Like so it's the fucking screen, like it's the act of staring at just a blank fucking screen and like not having to think for yourself or having to like use any of your senses really. Like you just have all this information fed directly into you rather than having to receive the information. Which is really fucking weird. Like it provides you with a lot of information, but not all of that information is good. And there's probably a lot more information than we actually like recognize. Like I mean, because you figure you look at this screen that you're looking at right now. Right now you're looking at a screen, right? This screen is not just a fucking blank light. It's not on all 100% of the time. This light is constantly flashing on and off, going through fucking revolutions and shit, considering it's AC current, so alternating current, it's going on and off really fast to the point where you can't even see it. So this shit could be like half the time providing you with some sort of subliminal messaging. Like I could flash images on the screen right now and make you think shit. You wouldn't even know, you know what I mean? Like fucking it's pretty fucking wild. We're probably being fed information all the time. I feel like a lot of technology nowadays has, even though it's connecting us, and this isn't a fucking new statement, even though it's connecting us, like it's disassociating us or disconnecting us more from reality. Like it's nice to just go outside and fucking go for a walk. I live in Arizona, so it's hot as fuck. It's hot as balls, bro. Like it's 100 and like 20. Maybe that's a bit of an over exaggeration. Let me check the temperature. Pretty sure right now it's like 118 degrees though. So that shit is fucking hot. But even so, I went out on a hike today for a couple hours. Met this dude. He's pretty fucking cool. Talked to him for a bit, and that shit was a good time. It's 111 today, and that's like one of the lower days. It definitely gets up to like 115 and more. But even so, it's nice to just go out on a mountain and fucking be in nature, be alone. Like I feel like for the longest time, like I don't want to be alone, but I just don't want to be alone and inside is really what it is. I like being alone and outside because then I'm not really alone. I got all the plants around me to keep me company and shit. I got the fucking sun, man. Our greatest friend of all time. That motherfucker provides us with everything we could possibly fucking need. He's the reason for our existence, and like we just don't even look at him half the time. Like you're not supposed to look at him, which kind of fucking sucks. Like I'd like to be able to just stare at my boy, admire his beauty and shit. But, like wishing one hand and shit in the other. I don't really go outside at night much though. Just something I'd like to start doing more. I'd like to go out and camp. I've gone camping just recently for the first time, like actual camping. Because I've done cabin camping before where I just stay out in like a building or a cabin, you know, like those wooden structures that are very unfamiliar to most people nowadays. But that's pretty cool in of itself, but it's not camping in my opinion, because in order to camp you must be on the dirt, bro. You gotta be fucking be able to be attacked by a bear at any given moment, you know? That shit was pretty cool when I went out and did it last time. Had to go out in the middle of the night, 3 in the morning, pitch black, fucking the only light you got is the moon, which actually you can see surprisingly far in. And we had to go out and collect more firewood because we were running out of fire. And guess what? Apparently in the fucking desert it gets cold as a motherfucker at night. Irregardless of summertime or whatever it might be. That shit is crazy. Like, because in the city, this damn concrete keeps it at easily 90 degrees. Like, 90 degrees for a low. Now, I'm pretty sure that is literally the low today. 90 degrees, if not like a high 80, 88, 89 maybe. But you go out into the desert, like the middle of the desert, way the fuck away from the city. No concrete, nothing. That bitch will drop to like fucking 70 degrees, 50 degrees at night. Like when we went out and camped, I think it was probably, it might have been summertime, honestly. It was fall or summertime, and fucking that shit was less than 50 degrees outside. Like, so it was during the hot time of year. Like, during the day, that shit was easily 190 degrees, if something like that. Not 190, 90 to 100 degrees, I meant. Don't get me wrong there. But that shit was fucking cold as a bitch. Like, to the point where we were shivering. We had 50-degree fucking sleeping bags, and it was still colder than fucking. I was still shivering, bro. Like, what the fuck? That shit is crazy to me. But you know, like that's an experience right there. That's some shit you can't get when you just fucking stay inside all the time. Staying in the city is nice, but like kind of fucking sucks at the same time. We get all of our amenities met at all times, and we don't have any like actual anything to strive for really. Like if you wanted to, you could just go out and live on the street, and like that would be closer to camping. But even then, you don't need to worry about like not having any source of food around you or needing to identify certain plants, because you can go and fucking scavenge a trash can or some shit, which isn't going to be pleasant, but you could probably find something, or somebody might give you some shit. But living out in nature, that's some different shit, man. That's something entirely different, which I would like to do, honestly. I've never been like, I've always been a city boy all my life. Not that I wanted to stay in the city, but that's just kind of how it's been. I've done a lot of hiking and stuff as a kid. Went out like every weekend damn near because I had a pretty good childhood. Don't mean to rub it in, guys. My bad, my bad. For all y'all fucked up ass childhoods and all that. But I do like nature. Nature is the shit. Nature doesn't get any better. I'd like to live out in like Oregon or somewhere. That's like my end goal. I'd like to get a farm or a ranch or something and just fucking enjoy life. And I think I would enjoy it more than I enjoy life now. Maybe. But it could always just be rose tinted goggles, you know? I really don't know what the point of all of this was, but I hope me rambling helped someone feel heard, or maybe got some point across to someone. I'm not really sure. There wasn't much of a point to what I was saying there, but you know, just wandered around. You know, that's kind of how I live my life. You know, I just kind of like to wander around a little bit. I go here, not so good. I go there, maybe it's all right. You know, I'll find my way eventually. We all will. There's nothing to be too worried about because we got plenty of time. I'm only fucking 20 years old, and I feel like I gotta have everything figured out by now. And if you're watching this video, you're probably right around that age too. maybe younger, maybe older, but we're all gonna find our way, man. And woman, there's no need to fret. I love y'all, and I hope you have a good day.